All right, well, we're having fun now. What were you going to say before? You had a point.
I was going to tell you, I haven't talked to you, so Spectrum sent me a form tweet. They have form tweets, and they put little initials after them like that it's an actual person, but it's a form tweet. Have you seen these? Have you heard about this?
I happened to see your reply, so I did see their form tweet with the little initials. The person who copied and pasted it from whatever form they had it on, yes.
Well, yeah, and what happened was, obviously, the Spectrum announcements on the podcast have been very popular, and the Spectrum announcements that we then put on the YouTube channel have been even more popular, where people all around the country, and I don't know about the world, I don't think these assholes are international, they probably can't find their way home, much less get to another country, but everybody's commiserating, everybody's in agreement. I think it's the only thing I've ever said in my life where nobody disagrees. Everybody, Republican, Democrat, AEW fan, normal person, whatever the case, they're all saying, yeah, you may be an asshole, Cornette, but Spectrum fucking sucks. That's what they're all saying. We've read the comments, a special place in hell reserved for these people. One of them, one customer of Spectrum's crummy company with their internet and their cable and their telephone, said that they thought that Satan had just moved to the United States and changed his name. So they're not very popular. Yeah, and it becomes Spectrum. They're not very popular with anybody that is forced to deal with them. But from hearing from so many of the listeners, the Cult of Cornette members about this, some of them also had tweeted me, well, look what this jolly joker from Spectrum tweeted me. Basically, anytime that there's conversation on Twitter, I guess, they, especially if they're tagged in it, as the kids say, or even just if they search the shit, right? However you do that. And they find out if somebody mentions them, and if they do in a derogatory fashion, such as their service fucking sucks, then they will send a tweet, and they sent me when I commented on one of the fans commenting on our video, and I said, yeah, they still fucking suck. They sent me the same tweet that they'd sent this guy when he was telling me, yeah, look what they fucking did after they screwed up my shit, which is basically a alleged person who is a representative of the company is tweeting you, oh, I'm so sorry to hear. Sounds like a fucking Kenny Olivier phone sex promo. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that you have experienced an unfortunate difficulty. And if you will DM me, Brian, you know me. If you will DM me, I have sent DMs on Twitter in the past because about 2 or 3 years ago, somehow I asked somebody, I might have been Stace, I can't remember, say, what is that fucking button there that says messages? Oh, you can get oh, you can? And I still to this day have never initiated one. If someone sends me one there and I happen to notice there's a number on it, that means there's one there you haven't looked at, and I click on it, I can answer them, but I couldn't initiate one on my own if my life depended on it. But I don't care, because I got other things to do, and I can send an email or make a phone call. There's too many ways people can contact you these days anyway. But this fucking reprobate from Satan, I mean Spectrum, says DM me with your name and your service account number and your, I guess, your address and your social security number and all this information and what seems to be the problem, and I'll see if I can assist you. So I wrote back and I said, hey, dipshit, the other people that work for your company that were standing here on the spot that he was speaking to on the phone couldn't figure it out, so I have no confidence you can either. But then one of the Cult of Cornette listeners brought this up. So you're a customer, and I've been a customer of this cable company, as I've mentioned, and of the ones that it has absorbed here. It just keeps changing the name. I still get the bill for almost 20 years. never been late on the bill. They've got my address. They have my phone number. They carry my goddamn internet service. So maybe it shouldn't be too hard to find my email since it's on my goddamn website. Why aren't they calling me, getting a hold of me, offering to apologize to me, make it all right for me? What about me? They forgot me. They left me out. Fuck you. Spend more of my time, unknown tweet bot, to contact you people when I already have multiple times and none of your people can fucking figure out how your shit works. And now I'm going to tweet you, and you, unnamed tweet bot with the Kenny Olivier phone sex voice, you're going to fix it right up. It's going to be good as new, slicker than cum on a gold tooth. I think not. Tweeting my ass. Form tweets.
I like how in your head it had Kenny Omega's voice.
Oh, that's exactly the way I read it, just to make myself even more angry and malcontented.
What were the initials?
I can't remember. I think it was something like JK, probably for just kidding. But anyway, I should mention, I teased it earlier, the long-awaited end of our long national nightmare is coming up. Folks, by the time you hear this, all of the domestic orders from the United States, that's why they're domestic, from the October Armageddon situation when the new website came up, are in the mail now, and the remainder of the internationals that have not been sent are almost packed up and will be going out every day over the next several, which is less than 100 of those left, because I should clarify, one person said, why did you wait to send all the internationals till after all it? No, not all the internationals. Many people that just got a book or a DVD or one T-shirt or whatever, that's been gone out. But for the newer listeners, we've gone over this in the past. But while we desperately love you all, we love all of our international fans. With the customs forms and the fact that they have to be entered manually at the post office by the lovely Bree, 100 domestic packages can be shipped processed in the same amount of time as 20 internationals. It takes 5 times longer for each international package, plus another minute or two on my end each. And when you're dealing with a couple of hundred of international packages, do the math. So a bunch of them have gone out over this process, also mixed in with the domestics, and now the final less than 100, including Australia and New Zealand, that we've been holding back. I'm going to hold those again till the middle of next week, when I should be finished with these others, just to make sure they're accepting the Australia and New Zealand packages again, but just to make sure that they're not accepting them and then sending them back. We're waiting on testing other people before we do anything strange. So, but everything to everybody will be in the mail by the end of next week, and then I will be contacting some of the people that have emailed me saying, hey, the postman stomped on my box, and etc., and trying to go through all of that stuff. But we've almost got this done, folks. It's been quite challenging this time. But think about it, the internationals only account for 10 to 15% of my overall orders, but what's 15% of 2,000? 300. Takes 3 minutes each at the post office to enter the customs form information in. Then that means 900 minutes alone at the post office of international packages. So it has to be spread out.
Well,
but this is your show.
Yeah, that's right.
But I should say, I should also mention, I should let the people know.
Please.
Because the people have been waiting to know. Cameo, the Christmas Cameo Chaos, this coming Sunday, December the 12th at noon Eastern. The Cornette cameos will go back on sale at cameo.com/ Jim Cornette, or just go to jimcornette.com, click on the Cameo button, takes you right to the page. It's festive. It's Christmas. It's time for the airing of the grievances. If people have pissed you off and you want to let them know about it for Christmas, then I'm the guy to do it. As long as it's not illegal, I will be more than happy to say or relate anything that is necessary to the fine folks out there. So for your loved one or hated one, see, I work either way. If you don't like somebody or you do like them, I'm the perfect gift. My verbal skills will be on sale on Cameo. I'm putting my mouth on the market, Brian.